What role did cash crops play in American slavery? Imagine a world where the economy depends on the sweat and suffering of millions. That was the reality in early America, especially in the South. Cash crops like tobacco, rice, sugar, and cotton became the backbone of the system. These crops were grown mainly to sell for profit, not for local use. Growing them required a lot of hard work, often all year round. Plantation owners needed a steady, reliable workforce, so they turned to enslaved Africans. Tobacco was the first major cash crop in the colonies. It was labor-intensive and needed constant attention. Enslaved workers worked long hours planting, tending, and harvesting tobacco fields. This crop helped the colonies grow economically and created a demand for enslaved labor. As tobacco farms expanded, so did the need for more enslaved workers. Next came rice, especially in South Carolina and Georgia. Enslaved Africans brought knowledge of rice farming from West Africa, which was vital for success. Growing rice was tough. It involved working in flooded fields for long hours, often in dangerous conditions. Enslaved people faced diseases like malaria and yellow fever, which made the work even harder. Still, rice became a major export, fueling economic growth in the region. Cotton took over as the most important cash crop in the early 1800s after Eli Whitney invented the cotton gin in 1793. This machine made separating cotton fibers from seeds much faster. Cotton production skyrocketed, and plantations grew larger. The demand for enslaved labor increased because cotton was now a highly profitable crop. It became a key export for the United States and helped power industries in both the North and Britain. Plantation owners relied on enslaved Africans because free workers were less controllable. Slavery allowed them to keep a steady workforce that could meet the demanding schedules of planting, tending, and harvesting. This system also reinforced racial hierarchies and white supremacy, justifying the brutal treatment of black people. The wealth generated from cash crops and slavery helped develop cities like New Orleans and boosted the Southern economy. But this wealth was built on the suffering of enslaved Africans and African Americans. Their resistance and struggles against slavery are an essential part of American history. In the end, cash crops shaped the economy by creating a huge demand for enslaved labor. This demand influenced social and racial structures in the South. The growth of these crops was directly tied to the exploitation of Black Americans, whose labor made the entire system possible. Their stories and resistance are key to understanding how deeply slavery impacted American history.